I was listening to a podcast this morning about conspiracy theories and people that actually believe in conspiracy theories, why people believe in conspiracy theories in the first place, especially in today's day and age where trust is very, very low. Not many people like to trust the media, the government, others as well. It's like we are in this really, really dark place at the moment. Everyone's sort of walking on eggshells around one another. And if I can pinpoint where it got really, really bad, it was COVID. I mean, the government did a fantastic job here in Australia with that period of time. It's like encouraging people to turn on their neighbor, turn on their friends, you name it. And it's no wonder that trust is very, very low. But also, in the same instance, in today's society, we have a massive problem on our hands with conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories are at an all-time high, right? And what the podcaster was talking about today, and what I've actually alluded to in the past, is that it's very, very profitable now to talk about conspiracy theories, especially when trust is at an all-time low. You can't trust the government. You can't trust social media or the media. They all lie to you. So how do you know what is real and what's not? But people love to gravitate towards a conspiracy theory because there's a kernel of truth that usually sounds, for an untrusting person, usually sounds a lot better than what they're hearing from someone that lies to them on a regular basis. So the other podcaster was also talking about how when you are part of the dark tetrad, so psychopathy, Machiavellianism, narcissism, you name it. So there's lots of these elements which Jordan Peterson talks about on a regular basis. We all, we all fit into the dark tetrad the caricature to some degree. Some of us are higher on it, some of us are lower. And those that are higher on it tend to believe in conspiracy theories more than those that are lower on the list. Now, for myself, when I tested myself, I'm quite low on the list, meaning that I'm someone that focuses heavily on the truth. And I am one of those people that I will trust you. Just don't give me any reason not to trust you. That's sort of my prerogative, right? I know others don't have the same prerogative as me, but that's just the way I do things in my life. It seems to work, right? Now, there are people out there like Candace Owens that say the most provocative thing on the internet, same with Alex Jones, and they've made a very profitable career out of it. Today, conspiracy theories are incredibly profitable. They've hijacked conservatism as well. So therefore, you've got lots of people that claim to be on the right that espouse all these crazy conspiracy theories that get your attention. And there's so many people that call themselves, I'm on the right, whether it's far right or just on the right, that love to latch onto conspiracy theories. And then, ladies and gentlemen, here is the real kicker. When the truth really comes out, they still go, no, that's wrong. This is right. I've been led to believe that this is right. The conspiracy theory is right, but the actual truth is wrong. And it's almost like this gotcha, this realization moment, this fantasy has been obliterated. And the person that is ranking quite highly on the dark tetrad triad, the Machiavellian, the psychopathy, the narcissism, it's like their world has been shattered and they cannot stand it. And so they get defensive. Case in point, Candace Owens can never admit when she's wrong, doesn't want to correct anything when she's wrong. Alex Jones, perfect example. And also, even if they're wrong, right? And we've seen this a number of times, even when they're wrong, people believe they're still right. That happened not that long ago. And the other thing that is going relatively viral at the moment is text messages. Unfortunately, someone's private text message chain that gets released is, well, everyone wants to know it. We are human beings, and this is something that I've found really fascinating. learning about humans and human behavior and psychology is that humans love drama, first and foremost. And secondly, we love gossip. We love to know or want to know everything about everyone's business. And as a result, that has also been hijacked and is quite profitable now. So when Charlie Kirk was tragically assassinated and his private text messages were released by, you guessed it, Candace Owens, all to what? Make a point. What was her point? Absolutely nothing. It's not something that we learned about like after they were released. We learned about everything beforehand. And then it was released. And we didn't learn anything new either. So that should make everyone go, well, using some reason, logic, and rationale here, which is what conspiracy theorists have somehow forgotten about, I'm going to actually find the truth here. But conspiracy theorists, they don't like the truth, even if it slaps them in the face. Now, why am I saying all this? I know it's a very long introduction. I'm saying all this because Tucker Carlson, of all people, recently called out Candace Owens in a matter of speaking because he went on this monologue on how leaked chats can be twisted out of context and shouldn't be relied upon the truth, undermining what Candace Owens, the Charlie Kirk group chat receipts from last week, we're all on about, right? Now, have a watch of Nathan Livingston put together a brilliant compilation from the monologue versus pitting it side by side to what Candace Owens is on about. Have a watch of this.
Almost no matter what is in the leaked text, a leaked text scandal is a fun scandal because it's inherently salacious.
This is an actual group chat, which happened 2 days before Charlie Kirk was assassinated.
People text under the false presumption that what they're writing is private, and so they relax, they're unguarded. And very often, however, they're wrong, and those texts come out.
Take a look.
And what you learn when you read them is what people are saying and presumably thinking in private. So it's kind of a window into a person's private life. It's very much like a tape. And it's irresistible. Everybody loves a leaked text scandal.
Spicy text messages were released last night from Candace Owens.
The receipts that Candace Owens has brought and now confirmed by TPUSA.
Basically, I think probably someone in that group leaked it to her.
What's interesting, really, is are they meaningful? Does it actually tell you something about the person who's texting? Well, that all depends on the context.
People are going to try to make you fixate on a particular quote or a particular line to make you think that there was something hidden. There was nothing hidden about Charlie's views on Israel.
There are plenty of things you text throughout the course of a day, if you're an average American, that really don't reflect a lot about who you really are or what you really think, much less what you intend to do.
Here's the thing. I looked at that moment as like he's just blowing off steam. He's frustrated. He's venting, right?
If you text, that girl's so hot, do you plan to sleep with her? Maybe, maybe not. In fact, likely not.
Would he have invited Candace? I have no idea. You know, I think what he was saying in that text, he's like, keep coming at me, bro, and let's see what happens.
The presumption to many readers is that you do, so it's misleading inherently. If you say something really ugly, does that mean you're an ugly person? Well, that all depends.
Charlie writes, Jewish donors play into all of the stereotypes.
Again, context really matters, and leaked text can be grossly unfair and misleading to the person from whom they're leaked because they don't actually reveal the character of the texter.
And this is 48 hours before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. He was very clear and he was very explicit.
And moreover, by the way, who wants to be reduced to his ugliest text? Not many of them.
Context is always important. But for the conspiracy theory, context doesn't matter. It's just the most provocative statement that you can make. That's it. Context, who cares? Let's focus in on what I believe to be real versus what's not real. And in every single conspiracy theory, there lies a little bit of a kernel of truth. Yes, granted, some conspiracy theories that initially started out as conspiracy theories, right, ended up being the truth. I'm not saying that all conspiracy theories are wrong. But what I am saying is that in every single situation, context certainly matters, and so does the truth. And we should be always focused in on the truth. And those that claim to speak the truth, we should always be mindful of whether or not they are being consistent in telling the truth or lying for clicks and for money, which is exactly what Candace Owens has been on about the last couple of weeks. Day in, day out, same shtick, same provocative statement, no facts, no receipts. The only receipt she came up with was a group chat, which everyone went nuts about. So someone like Alex Jones can say a number of provocative statements like Candace Owens has as well, and he can be wrong about pretty much all of them, but everyone goes nuts over the one time that he is right by some miracle, right? Everyone goes, well, Alex Jones is right about everything, guys. And then we look at his track record, and he's been actually wrong about pretty much everything so far, but he gets that one thing right, and it's like, oh, boy, you got it right. Same thing with Candace Owens. Everyone went nuts over the fact that she supplied the group chat. Oh, she's providing the receipts. Okay. There was nothing new. We already knew everything that was in the group chat that she leaked. But everyone goes nuts, as Tucker was saying, and I can't believe that Tucker, of all people, considering his behavior of late. But this is like a clear, okay, we've got to be very, very careful with text messages, context, and looking at the truth. Because especially on the right, you've got these very bad faith individuals. And I personally believe that Tucker Carlson is bad faith. I believe Candace Owens is bad faith. I believe there's lots of people at the moment that are revealing themselves to be bad faith. It's quite alarming. And Tucker is very intelligent. I think he ranks quite highly in the dark tetrad in being narcissistic as well as psychopathic, perhaps even Machiavellian. I mean, we all rank. Some of us can be higher, some of us can be lower, but I think a lot of you guys that watch my show are on the low end, like I am. It's a good reason, because we follow the truth. We follow what the Bible says. We look at things with common sense, with reason, rationale, and go, well, that doesn't seem like it can be true. We've got to question it. Conspiracy theorists, they go, nah, this conspiracy is right, even when the truth is plain as day. It's very interesting to look at it and to learn. And when you study it, you realize, oh, wow, okay, that makes a little bit more sense now. Drama, provocativeness, it all sells, especially in today's day and age. And we've got to be very, very careful with who we let in and who we listen to. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care. Be blessed. And I'll see you all in the next video.